go. So, the New Year's the intention was to connect with a new universe. And in fact, what happened was two universes were connected. And Alcazar talked about how these two universes had come together eons ago, eons and eons and eons ago. And when they came together, they created the Big Bang, as the scientists call it. So let's take a little bit of a step backwards and just share a little bit about what came through in Thanksgiving, because that was the build-up, energetic. And one of the things that Alcazar said at that time was that the energy that was created was actually, what's the word? Put into this home. It's actually...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What word did he use?
I don't know, but essentially yeah.
Infused. Thank you, Vareed. He says it's infused into this home. And the amazing thing is that when people come into this space, very often, if it's the first time, they go, wow, the energy here.
And it was infused by the beings from Telos and the Galactic Command. So it's this very palpable, I feel almost like a warm, conscious energy that can kind of radiate from the
over a bit.
Walls almost
As
when we
talk
ask
to these
for
two.
it.
So there's a specific energy here. And what happened after this New Year's was Alcazar has said that there has been a shift in the level of the Stargate work. And that shift has been maintained and will be continued and expanded upon.
Yeah, so for me, what's so exciting about this New Year's intensive is the way that these energetics build, and they don't just build in the space, they build within all the participants. And so what's created is really a shift in our consciousness. So throughout the 4 days, Alcazar is saying, okay, we told you guys that there's this potential of connecting to beyond this universe. And what is beyond this universe? Essentially, we live in these multiverses. And there are these two mother-father universes, for lack of a better word, that came together, boom, and that's actually the Big Bang.
Yeah. Don't get attached to the mother-father. That's just
it's just an idea to give you the sense,
yeah.
Right? But what Alcazar was saying about this is that as the Big Bang was happening, our consciousness,
super consciousness,
not embodied, but as a being, was squirted into this universe.
Or we chose to be squirted. We chose to
come.
Yeah,
we chose to come and be actually like co-creators
of this whole thing,
of this universe. And so what happened as this infusion of energy came in from these two universes is that, first of all, it was a super, super, super supportive, loving energy. But also, Alcazar is saying, pay attention to which of these universes you feel more strongly, because there's a good chance that you came from the one that you feel the most strongly. So what happened for me through this infusion of energy was, first of all, very fascinating, because Alcazar said that physicists know that energy can be neither created or destroyed. It can only be transformed. So there's like a certain amount of energy in this universe. And then Alcazar is like, not true of beyond this universe. And so there's actually been an influx of energy coming into this universe.
Wow. So another whole aspect.
This was made possible by this radiation of the message from Thanksgiving saying humanity's ready to awaken.
Yeah.
In the same way that there's been an increased ability for higher dimensional support to come to the earth, it made it possible for this connection to the beyond.
Another aspect of what happened was that Alcazar said that with these energies, we would start to have a new relationship with our physical body. And many people who are participating have actually started to notice that.
Yeah. What Alcazar called it, there's actually a meditation where there's this restructuring energy that's coming in, and it's made it more possible to connect and communicate with the innate intelligence of our body. So for us, this is very exciting because we could feel it, the participants could feel it,
Yeah.
but also it's exciting because this is laying the foundation for the next step in the youthing program.
Yeah, which will be coming later, but we're not going to tell you anything about right now. Yeah, and so different people have experienced different things, but as most of you know, Alcazar has been over the last couple of years really stressing about our super consciousness, that we're not this human part, we're a super consciousness which is actually experiencing through this body. And what some of the people from this last intensive have started to experience is that occasionally they're not just seeing the world as we normally do, they're starting to see it from up here.
Okay, so
through this.
Yeah, this happened for at least 3 people. Our friend Robert Coxon, the musician, told us that this was happening. He's like driving us up our driveway and he's like, oh, I just clicked into like the outside my body consciousness, and we're like, keep driving. This happened for another friend of ours who lives in Shasta. He was just spontaneously mentions this to us. But it's been happening to me. And it's sort of like this shift is happening totally spontaneously, where the consciousness, usually you feel it kind of like, zoom, your consciousness is based in your physical body, kind of like looking through your eyes. And that's what it's like for me even right now. But what's happening spontaneously is suddenly it will be, and I feel my consciousness from all around me kind of flowing in to my like experience of being human. So instead of like flowing out as my consciousness, it's like all around flowing in. And this comes with an extra sense of euphoria. It comes with that shift that can let you more easily just drop any kind of tension.
Yeah.
So what Alcazar's actually said is that a new level of the Stargate work has been achieved through Thanksgiving and through New Year's. And actually this reminds me of the image I got before Thanksgiving, which was that Thanksgiving would be like this and New Year's would be like this. So it's like,
Yeah.
And so what he said about this shift in the Stargate work, this kind of quantum leap, is that it's been achieved and it will be maintained. And so it's exciting to see, Alcazar actually said this when we were asking him for a channeling about our upcoming Easter intensive.
Yeah, which is another whole leap forward. We did this channeling and it's actually available on our website. You can listen to it. But what he said is that in the Easter intensive, we are going to be focusing on total, deep relaxation with awareness.
With presence.
And so it's not about doing as much as being. And so this requires people that want to attend the Easter to have actually participated in these previous intensives or the recordings of the intensives, because it's building on that energetic field. And what he said, the potential for the Easter gathering is that for people to come to be here, to totally relax, be very present, and that limitations would literally be dissolved in the energy field that we create together with all these other energies that have been brought here over these last few months.
And this is important because this is the first time that Alcazar has said this in this way. He said, we're going to invite you to relax totally while maintaining your absolute presence in that relaxation. And there's the potential for your limitations to simply lift away.
Yeah.
So he's been actually mentioning to us here, who like the four of us really, that there's going to come a time when we achieve such a coherence and he calls it a field of love, that we can walk into a room and it will be as if all those participants who are gathered suddenly have the ability to, when they're consciously wanting to drop these old patterns, they're going to be able to, like this.
Yeah.
So to me, this is important because it seems like it's signifying the first step in that level of total transformation.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always been the energies that dissolve limitations, but it's always been sort of like, you know, it's always been just like, that's just the way the Stargate energies work. But now what Alcazar is saying is it's different.
Yeah, totally different.
It's qualitatively different because it's signifying this quantum leap in our ability to drop things.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit about what we wanted to share with you.
And we really just wanted to share this with you because the Stargate work is about evolution, but the Stargate work itself is evolving. So there is an evolution and a trajectory to this work.
Mm.
So we wanted to share with you what have been the latest developments really in this work, and invite you to experience for yourself this influx of energy coming from these two universes, but also to experience the shift that you probably felt already over the New Year's. I know a lot of people who I've talked to and shared sessions with who weren't there at New Year's have told me that like somehow it really feels like this year is different on a consciousness level, on the level of the ease with which things can happen, and the level of flow.
Yeah. Many people around the world actually connected with us and saying, wow, we could feel the energy while the workshop was happening.
Those of you who are here with us on Facebook Live, let us know, what did you feel over the New Year?
Yeah.
What did you feel? Because this influx of energy actually happened on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I believe
The
so.
first universe came through New Year's Eve, and then the next one came through
New Year's Day,
January 1st.
Yeah, yeah. So it's exciting times. And one of the things that you may have noticed is that Jules and I had decided not to travel for a while, and we're doing a limited number of visits to other places. And so we're inviting you to really tune in to some of the things that we're going to be putting out over the year, because our intention is to give a continued support to people, continued experiences, and we'll make a special little Facebook thing to describe those as we've got them ready. But we're working on a brand new website. We're working on brand new online programs.
And we're also working on brand new ways for you, our community throughout the world, to actually connect with each other in deeper ways. And we're not going to say anything else about that right now.
Because we realize it's a big commitment with time and money and energy to come to a workshop wherever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is about transforming humanity. And so we can't expect everyone to come here or to come to a workshop. So we're creating ways of having ongoing support. And that's really exciting. And so we haven't been posting very much. But if you look at our website, we've got some of the dates are already up there of what we are doing. And very soon you'll be able to sign up for them.
Yeah.
So that's just a little explanation of why some of these things are coming up relatively late.
So listen to the channeling that Alcazar did about the Easter intensive, because it's just beautiful to hear him describe the potentials for this next level of the Stargate work, the potentials for these limitations to just lift away. Because that's actually, like, the interesting thing is, he's talking about deep relaxation, and that's actually something that before this channeling even came through started to happen to me a couple of different times. But when I was like, just at night, when I was getting ready to go to sleep, it would be like suddenly another shift, but it would be like more like a shift of like relaxation and feeling like this extra spaciousness between me and all the tension I was holding. So that then it's like suddenly that tension, or like whatever that is, literally just like dissolved. And I felt this taste of what it's like to be free. Because generally, at least for me, there's sometimes a very difficult level of just stuff going on, things that we're holding on to, right? And then like to experience that that little kiss of like freedom is just like,
So as always happens when Alcazar's introducing something new, he always gives us an experience of it beforehand so that we begin to understand what's about to come through.
And I would say that experience is the experience of the energy of true peacefulness. It's true peace from within. So okay, I'm going to tell you where you can find the Easter channeling. If you go to the StargateExperience.com, that's our website that lists all the upcoming events. The StargateExperience.com. If you go to the StargateExperienceAcademy.com, that's where you'll find all of our online events, and that's where you'll find these recordings from New Year's. So it's important to realize that in this New Year's webinar, I mean, it's not a webinar, so it's important. So the New Year's is actually a meditation set, a series of these meditations over the 4 days. They all have accompaniment that was with Robert here with us live. So there's this added dimension to the energies that can come through, because what literally happens is we're holding the energy, and I'll feel this subtle shift in the current of the energy field, and Robert's music is just right there with it. It's the most beautiful thing to experience. So what we're going to invite you to do is actually to walk yourself through this meditation series.
Cool. And so 2 things on that. In order to really benefit from this meditation series, it's important to have done the Thanksgiving series beforehand, the Awakening of Humanity. And just a comment about the Easter workshop. Those people, this is an advanced program. The Easter workshop is an advanced program. It's not for people that, I think I'll go to a Stargate workshop. This is for people that are really dedicated and have worked with themselves and with meditation and so on, and hopefully with the Stargate over a period of time, because that is necessary to really understand what's going on here.
And the invitation really is to draw people together who can go very, very, very deep into relaxation while holding and maintaining their presence.
Because that will set an energy field. The energy field, as many of you know, is broadcast by the Stargate around the world to all the other Stargates. So we're creating a field that is spread around the world. That's why we want those people with a strong commitment and having worked for a while on their personal evolution. Cool.
I'm also really excited because the way that Ashley did these meditations in our actual delivery of the online program, you, for the first time, really, you can stream them from your iPhone or from your tablet. So we're excited about that because a lot of you want that. So we figured out how to deliver it. Yeah. So
cool. So thank you so much. Thank you guys so much.
Welcome to our living room.
Yes.
Welcome to Mount Shasta.
And just understand that as these energies go out, we're creating a permanent field which supports everyone. And so it amplifies all the past Stargate experiences, all the past recordings, because when you meditate with them, that energy comes to you when you meditate. The recordings of the music and of the voices are just that, recordings. But the energy that comes when you meditate to those recordings is a response to you in the moment. And by expanding these energy fields, more can come. So, we love you. We really appreciate you being here. We really appreciate the support that you give us and the support for the Stargate work.
And when you do listen to this meditation series, make sure that you leave us comments about what happens for you, because we always love to hear about it. Hello.
They've come to say goodbye, but
do you have
where's
the
the microphone? Oh.
We just come to say goodbye. To see our faces.
This is Ashley, who does a whole lot of support, so you've probably emailed her.
And this is Fareed.
Yes. Goodbye.
My friend from college, eons ago. Okay, thank you all. We'll see you again. Much love. Bye-bye.